Good afternoon, everyone. How is your day going? My day is going beautiful. It's going fine. You are welcome to my fitness class, Snoopy Fitness and Health Global Hub. We are all welcome. It's for everybody. So, for my recent study, I noticed and read that a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, Africans, a lot of people all over the world and all over the continent are going through trauma. And some people, either they, after trauma, either they indulge into hard drugs, they commit suicide, lots more. So this is my platform now, my academy now is to teach you how exercise can help you prevent the symptoms. But first and foremost, what is trauma? Come with me. Trauma is an emotional response to deeply distressing or disturbing events that can affect your body, mind, and emotions. Now, trauma, as I read here, is a disturbing event. It's an occurrence. Something happened to you. You understand? And it's disturbing you. It disturb your mind, disturb your body, and disturb your emotions. We have three types of trauma. And what are they? We have acute, chronic, and complex trauma. Then what is acute trauma? Acute trauma results from a single stressful or dangerous event. Yeah, this results from a single stressful or dangerous event. Example include a car accident, natural disaster, or a sudden loss of friends or family. Now, what is this acute trauma talking about? It's talking about an event. Let me give an example now. Probably you and your friends go out for an event, and probably there's an accident and you lose a friend or a family, or there's a natural disaster, maybe rainfall in an area and there's an heavy flood, and flood takes a lot of people away, and maybe your family member is part of it. Now the third one is the second one, sorry, is chronic trauma. Then chronic trauma stems from repeated and prolonged exposure to stressful events such as an ongoing domestic violence or bullying. Yeah, this happens within the youth. You understand? You're a youth, you go through pressure, you go through different kind of things, you go through bullying among friends. This happens in universities too. It happens in our environment, our local environment. People that they call Egban Adubo, some people they bully and do all sorts of domestic violence. This can also affect and cause trauma to an individual. Then the last one is complex trauma. This occurs when a person experiences multiple traumatic events like prolonged childhood abuse or neglect. Now, this happens to our kids. Let me give an example. Growing up as a female child, you are abused as a kid. Maybe someone touches you, or that's an example. Or let me give another example. You are a boy or you're a girl, you are going to school, and maybe your house help secretly abuses you, touches your body or all sorts. Um, then the next one we are going to go is how trauma can affect you and the effects. Trauma can show up in many ways, such as flashback and nightmares. Trauma can show up in many ways, such as flashback and nightmares. You can just be sitting down, you can be sleeping, you can be walking, and that thing will be going through your mind. It will be running through your mind. Feelings of anxiety, fear, or guilt, difficulty in trusting others. Yeah, you have that fear. And if you're not careful, that guilt might live with you for the rest of your lives. You won't trust anybody again. You won't want to share anything with anybody again. And sometimes physical symptoms like headache, fatigue, or stomach issues. Yeah, you'll be fatigued. Any small thing, I have headache. Any small thing, stomach issues. And all this can lead to what? Sleepless nights. Trauma may lead to conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what they call PTSD, depression, anxiety disorders, relationship struggles, and emotional challenges. All this, you won't trust anybody, and you what? All this is going to weigh you down. Now, let's move on. How do you heal from trauma? Very, very important question. Connecting to connecting to elders, especially elders, face to face will help you heal. Yeah, meet maybe a religious body, a pastor, talk to an elder, talk to a father, talk to a mother, talk to an uncle, talk to an auntie you can trust. So make an effort to maintain your relationships and avoid spending too much time alone. Please, if you are going through any traumatic event, please learn as much as possible not to be alone. Why? Because man, you can be thinking negative, who knows, and that can lead to what? Suicide attempts. Um, you don't have You don't have to talk about the trauma all the time. It's not every time you tell people about your traumatic event. Because sometimes people may make things even worse. People might make things worse for you if you share it too much with people. That's why I say people you trust, especially elderly ones. And reaching out for help is a true sign of strength. Yeah, sometimes people make things worse. No, healing is very, very possible. Know this. Support can be available. Support can also be available. And reaching out for help is a true sign of strength. Yeah, you have to talk, Soros. Okay, when you speak out to people, they want to help you. Oh, you go and meet an uncle that you trust. Uncle, I'm going through this traumatic event. How can you help me? That is a sign of strength. Then, in our next class, I'm going to be giving some tips on PTSD self care. It's really, really, really going to help you, and how exercise or exercising can be a valuable tool to manage symptoms and support the healing process. I hope all this you heard have been able to bring your idea and also share what I think about understanding trauma. With time, as time goes on my class, I'll explain more things and I'll share more light. I hope you learned something today. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a good time. God bless you all.